Welcome gamers and crackers. I'm back with the second video of removing the copy protection from Wizard's Crown for the Commodore 64. In the previous part, after removing the game's protection from the boot file, I came across another protection. Quite a surprise. So it's time to roll up my magic sleeves and find that magic scroll that's preventing me from playing the original copy. And I would gladly do it for the Too Many Hours series. It's a series I enjoy playing computer role-playing games in, and after finishing Shard of Spring and Demon's Winter, Wizard's Crown is the next game I would like to spend many hours with. Well, probably too many. Time to go for the adventure then, to find the second copy protection guard. So, as you see, the copy protection on the boot has been bypassed. It's brilliant to be welcomed by the title screen. I have created the game disk already, so let's roll into the game. A little bit of swapping. Now it tries to load all the files which I have seen in the basic. They were separately listed, one after another. It looks good. And another swap. Oh, but there is a protection violation. So I see that it also checks this somewhere else. I'm going to hunt for another copy protection text or something that could potentially go wrong here. But yeah, that's clever, more clever than in Shard of Spring, as there is not a single place of failure or copy protection, but there is much more. So here, if I look at this menu, I have to, if I press spacebar, then it goes to 3000. Okay. Play game. Indeed, I would love to. And there's a fast load, item data, crown. There are different files here. What is this 3.6? I already started to see. You must create option. Okay, this is just to see if this checks if disk is created. I could also try to just monitor and hunt for values. So let's see if I can hunt for this second copy protection place. Okay, protection violation. So the best would be to look for the string, and from here I cannot really do too much. Protection violation. Boot hack. Okay. This should be around 100, so there is boot 2 as well. Loop. Copy protection check. Fail. Okay, let's then hunt for from 820, let's say, to the values, and the violation is 49 for F, for C, .56. Okay, so it's not here actually. And there is boot 2. Load boot 2. There's another boot. Okay, this is the program. Nothing found. So finally I found the second guard who was protecting a copy of this game. The first file was called boot, so I used the boot hack, and the other file which is loaded later on is called boot2. Let me load the file first. I'll show you one thing. First of all, it starts like a normal basic file. Again, there's a name of the game, Wizard's Crown, version 1.0, that's the one I have. And this one looks okay, right? So far. So I looked into memory where I can find this violation of the protection, and then yeah, I didn't find anything in basic for sure. But what I have found interestingly, that it actually loads around line 3000. This is a play game. So to get there, actually, from the main menu, if you press the space bar, then you play the game. So I'm going to line 3000, play the game. And here, there are several files which are listed, and they are loaded into these memory locations. So my first hunch was just to check this file, DISKH.O, because the other files look like alt.shape, town.shape, item data, crown, battle shape, char shape, also mon.init. That's something which was also a little bit suspicious for me, but as the DISKH.O file was first on the list, I just checked this one first. So this location loaded over here, it's 26898, and this also triggers me a little bit, because if you look a little bit down, all the files are loaded. There are different files loaded in different to the different locations, and then at some point there is jump. Yes, this one. And interestingly enough, it's the same address, if you look at this, as the one which we had for the DISKH.O. That was line 3030, yes. So that's actually the same, but +9. So I tried to stop the program execution before this line, and everything was fine. And only on executing of this line, the copy protection was activated. So then I was pretty sure that the whole logic must be included in this file. So easy, right? So let me try to load this file into memory. So (8) is for device number, and 1 tells that this program is going to be loaded into memory, and the memory, of course, is defined at the start of the program file. So as you see, it loaded it from hex 6912 to 6BDE. So now I can go to monitor, and then as you see, the program starts here, and there is immediately jump to 6928 from here. Okay, let's go there. And there are several things which I'm not going to explain for now, because I have a lot of lookups here just to see what's happening, but this is not really important for now, so I will skip it. If you're interested to learn more about it, I can do another video, but this is just to show a few basic details. So still I was here trying to find this magical string, and then just by looking into this file at around position 6A30, I have found this. And if I do lowercase, then you can see protection violation is here. Call SSI at, and this is the number which is in ASCII or PETSI, and so it's actually translated to a different character set just to be displayed on the screen. So when I run this file, then you will see that actually what happens is that this memory location at 6.7 is updated with the text. What it does now, it's actually going through the list from 3000 down, and on each one it flashes the screen. It turns off the screen, I mean, so then the loading is a little bit faster. Okay, now DISKH.O, and now it will execute. So it executes the this file, and the protection violation, this is the one. So now if I look into monitor at 6700, is exactly here, protection violation, exactly this one. So then I started to go from here just to see if maybe this one is used. So copy protection actually starts at this address, so this is around 6714, and I see something here, so I could try to look up for this area addresses in the memory. So let's hunt to the area which was loaded just for this program, 6912 6BDE, and the values I'm looking for are 67 12 67. Is there anything like that? Actually there is. So then let's look here, D6B00. Actually there is something. Yeah, this is the value which is written there to 6712. So then I thought, okay, I will just go from the end, because this one looks like it actually gets some values and sets some pointers, and then that's the probably exchanging it to the PETSI value and then displaying, I don't know, in the memory exactly 6714. Actually this is the one where I seen the protection, not even 6712, but I found it by accident, but it was even 6714 for protection. I think that must be this way when this memory area is changed. So let's go from the end and just find where 6BOB is used. Again, I'm looking into area which was loaded, and of course it's a little Indian, so 6BOB is OB6B. So then I found two locations, and just to make it a little bit shorter, then I know that the location which I am interested is at 6B, the second one, C9, okay, yes. Looking at this code, it looks like it should be, the call should happen here, in this line, and then it should read all of that. So let's go to 6B. Let's see who, in which places actually this address is called. So another hunt. C0 6B. No, C2, sorry, C2 6B. Okay, I didn't find anything actually. So that means maybe there is something before that. Could be. Let's try from B0, so a little bit higher. Maybe I didn't put the correct address. I see that actually I missed this one. RTS, it looks like it actually ends up here, so this is another procedure. 6BBF, that's the one. Let's try 6BBF. So again, only looking in this particular memory, I could probably round it a little bit, but this is like a very strict way of just being in this scope. So then it's going to be what I said, BF6B. Okay, and then I see this one actually is called around 69CE. Let's then dive in. All right. And this already is something which I actually noticed before even, but I was not sure if this is the one. That's why I found this way a little bit more to be clear, and that this is the place. There is this if statement, sort of, you know, like a condition. So in this case, it just loads some address from 03E7, and then on the negative value it will go to 69DO, so here. Otherwise it will jump to 6BBF. That's actually the address which I found. So it looks like this check might be a copy protection check. If this value is negative, then it's continuing over here and then the execution happens. Otherwise, in 69CD I see that this actually jumps out to display the text. So what I was thinking about is to change this value. What I could do here, quite dumb, but the way that I don't have to reorganize the memory because I don't have that much space, is to actually also do BMI to this jump. Okay, this is the jump 69CD. What I could do here is BMI, it's okay, it's fine, it goes here over like jumps over this condition, which this memory address that would go to 6BBF. So I will just do jump to the next line 69DO over here in 69CD. So jump 69D0. So actually I'm omitting the infinite loop to for copy protection and the display. So even if the copy protection is incorrect, I think maybe that's enough. I mean, maybe that would be even better to not performing any copy protection check, but this is only one line change, so it is not very puristic approach, but it should work. So checking the code, BMI 69DO, and otherwise also jump to 69DO. I could also do nope, like nope, 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 no operations 3 times, but yeah, this is kind of funny way of doing it. Okay, so now let's try to save this file. I have 2 options. I could probably go to line 3030 and just don't load this file, so it will remain in the memory and then I can test it. But it's also fine to just try to override this file. Just be careful a little bit. So I want to save DISKH.O to device 8, and then the address area is from 6912 to 6BDE. So the final test. Wizard's Crown, the first boot, and the copy protection is skipped because I used the boot hack actually. So I'm in the main menu, space bar. Now it loads the files which were listed in the boot2 file. So there are plenty of them. DISKH.O already loaded into memory for sure, and then asks me for the disk with the safe. Here we go, and the copy protection should be triggered now. Welcome to the crossed swords in. Press any key to continue. And you see, this is already working. I'm currently in the game. Current party members 10 of 0. Lord Miles of Eslake, hired. Circle of Westmarch, Sir Frederick, Batlax, Harold, Lightfoot, Folnar, Nedu, Home, Father John, Soulwind. Okay, so I think it works. I don't know for how long though. So I'm going to play a little bit and test, but this was the second copy protection. So if there are more copy protections in this game, then I'm going to find it hopefully sooner than later. Also, I hope there is nothing like a hidden copy protection that would make some part of the game unplayable or would keep me in some sort of a sandbox. But this is fun about working with copy protection, I guess. So hopefully this will fix it, and I hope that this game is ready to be played in my too many hours stream. Okay, how to play this? Numbers 3. I don't have numeric keypad, so even this is not numeric really. Okay, 3 1 1. The party sees some thugs chasing a young girl. Help or ignore? Help. The thugs see the party and prepare to fight, letting the girl escape. As she gets away, she yells, "I live in mansion out of town to the northeast." Press key to continue. Monster type spotted. Tuck. Use quick combat? No. Let's see. Building them up. Oh, this is the... how I'm going to play this game in this battle mode. Actually, I like it kind of. Get a character. Okay, so I have to... okay, so this is Soulwind, Father John, Sir Frederick. Where are the enemies? I don't know yet how to play this game. Severe bleeding. Father John, Lord Miles, a second hits. Oh my god.